was quiet when I came back to the bench. The snow had started somewhere out of sight. I sat beside the railing in the lantern light and watched the water hold the empty night. The ticket in my pocket had no purpose. The terminal had emptied hour by hour. I held a note she'd folded in the morning and let it stay unopened in the cold. The harbor stayed silent and I stayed on. The harbor stayed silent after the boats were gone. The harbor stayed silent, the kind you don't explain. The harbor stayed silent, like snow that won't complain. I didn't ask it questions, it didn't answer back. The harbor stayed silent, and I stayed on the track. The lantern kept its color on the water. The benches kept the shape of who had sat. I didn't move to follow what had left me. I only watched the snow and where it set. The harbor stayed silent and I stayed on. The harbor stayed silent after the boats were gone. Hamnen var tyst och jag stannade. Hamnen var tyst som om ingenting hänt. Still silent, still there. The harbor stayed silent, the kind you don't explain. The harbor stayed silent, like snow that won't complain. I didn't ask it questions, it didn't answer back. The harbor stayed silent, and I stayed on the track. The harbor stayed silent, and I stayed on. Still silent, still there. The last ferry left at 9 without me, the way departures do when no one's late but you. I hadn't moved from where she'd said her goodbye. Just watch the wake divide the harbor through. A dock worker was coiling rope in silence. The roads from somewhere played so far and low. I thought about the ticket in my pocket and everything I meant to say below. The last ferry left at 9. The lantern still warm. The last ferry left at 9 before the morning storm. The last ferry left at 9, moving cold and wide. The last ferry left at 9, with something left inside, the sound somewhere still playing, something far and near. The last ferry left at 9, and I was still right here. The last ferry left at 9. The lantern still warm. The last ferry left at 9 before the morning storm. The last ferry left at 9, moving cold and wide. The last ferry left at 9, with something left inside, the sound somewhere still playing, something far and near. The last ferry left at 9, and I was still right here. Sista färjan gick vid 9 och lyktan förblev varm. Sista färjan gick vid 9 och minnet bröts inte. The water kept going after everyone had gone. One more wave, just one more. The last ferry left at 9, moving cold and wide. The last ferry left at 9, with something left inside, the sound somewhere still playing, something far and near. The last ferry left at 9, and I was still right here. The last ferry left at 9, the air still cold, still moving, still there, still gone. The snow on the railing held the lantern's color, the way it does when nobody is near. I walked the Skeps home and past the empty mooring, and felt the cold air carry what was clear. The harbor had emptied to a handful of figures bent against the Baltic wind. I walked the quay where we had stood together and felt the silence settle on my skin. Snow on the railing, the lantern still glowing. Snow on the railing, still showing. Snow on the railing, but the warmth stayed on. Snow on the railing, but the feeling wasn't gone. The glow behind me, cold and gold and near. Snow on the railing, and I stayed right here. Snow on the railing, the lantern still glowing. Snow on the railing, still showing. Snow on the railing, but the warmth stayed on. Snow on the railing, but the feeling wasn't gone. The glow behind me, cold and gold and near. Snow on the railing, and I stayed right here. Snö på räcket och lyktan fortfarande tänd. Snö på räcket, men minnet stannade kvar. Everyone who waited there felt something. Nobody named it, but everyone stayed. Snow on the railing, or maybe the snow had always been there, and only the waiting was new. The glow still somewhere across the water.
The lantern faced the water all that evening, the way a light does when it has to wait. She pressed her glove against the snowy railing and watched the harbor hold its frozen state. The muted trumpets from somewhere kept on playing, the kind of melody that harbors learn by chord. She said, the city holds you in its silence, and I believed her in the Baltic gold. And I believed her standing there. Cold air, the glow everywhere. The lantern faced the water in the Stockholm night. The lantern faced the water, and something felt right. The sound across the harbor, playing something old. The lantern faced the water, and nothing was told. And I believed her standing there. Cold air, the glow everywhere. The lantern faced the water in the Stockholm night. The lantern faced the water, and something felt right. The sound across the harbor, playing something old. The lantern faced the water, and nothing was told. Lyktan vände mot vattnet, I Stockholms kalla natt. Lyktan vände mot vattnet, och jag trodde på allt. And I believed her standing there that night. I believed everything the lantern held. Everything felt right. The lantern faced the water in the Stockholm night. The lantern faced the water, and something felt right. The sound across the harbor, playing something old. The lantern faced the water, and nothing was told. The lantern faced the water. I believed her. Everything felt right that night. The glow still there.
The bench stayed warm past the last departure. The kind of warmth that only waiting.
We sat there past the final ferry's whistle,
without deciding what we.
He didn't move the suitcase from beside us.
I didn't ask him what he meant.
We stayed because the lantern was still,
because the cold outside felt.
The bench stayed warm,
but
the bench stayed warm,
and we had
more. The bench stayed warm, and the night stayed long. The bench stayed warm, and we
stayed. I almost said the thing that
the snow
kept falling,
and we kept
quiet.
The bench stayed warm,
and the night
stayed long. The bench stayed warm, and we
Bänken förblev varm
och kylan.
Vi stannade för att
the bench stayed warm
and the night
stayed long. The bench stayed warm and we stayed.
The harbor stayed silent
After everyone had gone, the bench stayed warm and we
stayed.
still there, still there, still there,
Still there. Nobody said wait when the boarding started. It came the way the cold comes without sound. A pause between two sentences left open. A silence on the snowy dock around. The road's piano held its chord a moment, longer than it had a reason left to do. I had a word somewhere, but let the harbor decide for two. Nobody said wait, the terminal getting quiet. Nobody said wait, something in the snow getting quiet. Nobody said wait, but it came the same. Nobody said wait, but the ferry made its claim. The lantern behind her still glowing from the wall. Nobody said wait, and I said nothing at all. Nobody said wait, the terminal getting quiet. Nobody said wait, something in the snow getting quiet. Nobody said wait, but it came the same. Nobody said wait, but the ferry made its claim. The lantern behind her still glowing from the wall. Nobody said wait, and I said nothing at all. Ingen sa vänta, och jag svalde orden. Something had already ended before we named it. Still silent still waiting. Neither of us moved. Nobody said wait, but it came the same. Nobody said wait, but the ferry made its claim. The lantern behind her, still glowing from the wall. Nobody said wait, and I said nothing at all. The waiting, still unspoken. The harbor, still silent. We weren't ready. Still silent. Still waiting.
The ferry stayed longer in the harbor's memory. The way things stay when someone doesn't board. She looked across the water like it answered a question she'd already known but stored. The cold outside the terminal held the moment, the way a northern harbor does at night. She pressed her glove against the wooden railing and didn't look for anything in sight. The ferry stayed longer than anything she said. The ferry stayed longer than everything instead. The ferry stayed longer without being asked. The ferry stayed longer while the night was past. Around her like it hadn't heard the thing she hadn't said. The ferry stayed longer and held everything instead. She hadn't said. The ferry stayed longer and held everything instead. Färjan stannade längre än något hon någonsin sa. She almost stayed. The ferry had already gone. The ferry and held everything instead. The ferry's still somewhere, the water's still moving. She didn't board for a long time. Nobody came. The ferry stayed longer than anything.
The water stayed still past the dock at midnight, the kind of still that frozen harbors keep. I pressed my glove against the iron railing and felt the weight of everything asleep. The way it held the shape of waiting. Some silences are heavier than harbors. Some empty benches hold more than the full. I pressed my hand along the snow-cold railing and felt the shape of everything we'd pull. Vattnet stod stilla efter midnatt i Stockholm. Vattnet stod stilla som slutet på något. Still cold, nobody here. The harbor stayed silent after everyone had gone. Still there. Still still. The harbor still breathing. Morning birds beginning. The harbor stayed silent after everyone had gone. Still here, still cold, still silent. We never said after everything was still.
The ferry kept leaving.
The harbor kept silent.
I heard it somewhere.
After the last voice,
The sound of something staying.
when everything had gone.
And I was left with cold.
And then without the cold,
and then without.
We never said it
The way all things do,
we never said it,
and I was left with you,
and then without you,
and then without.
and I was left with cold,
And then without the cold, and then without. We never said it
the way all things do,
We never said it
and I was left with you,
And then without you,
and then without.
vi sa det aldrig.
Vi,
Inte,
hamnen var fortfarande tyst.
vi finns inte mer.
The harbor stayed silent.
After we were gone, we never said it
The way all things do,
We never said it
and I was left with you,
And then without you, and then without.
some things are never said before the boarding. Some endings
Never sound finished.
never sound finished. The silence stayed on,
So quietly,
the quietest thing I've known.
we never said it.
Still cold,
Still cold.
the harbor remembered everything I'd left there. The water holding on past break of day. I walked the Strandvägen in the early cold. Not better, just quieter. A fisherman moved somewhere near the moorings. Just rope sounds and the morning water pressed. I watched the lanterns still across the harbor. Nothing changed, only the silence. Not tired from the walking, tired from the knowing. Not tired from the walking, from the knowing. The harbor remembered, it didn't look like healing. The harbor remembered, it felt like the surrender of the part where you stop asking what the silence meant. The morning arrived, that was enough. Not tired from the walking, tired from the knowing. Not tired from the walking, from the knowing. The harbor remembered, it didn't look like healing. The harbor remembered, it felt like the surrender of the part where you stop asking what the silence meant. The morning arrived, that was enough. Hämnden mängdes allt, Stockholm redan tyst. Hämnden mängdes allt mellan oss två. Not better, just quieter. The harbor stayed silent longer than I did. Still silent, still there. The harbor, remember, it didn't look like healing. The harbor, remember, it felt like the surrender of the part where you stop asking what the silence meant. The morning arrived, that was enough. The harbor disappeared into morning light. The water kept its stillness. Nothing changed. Only the silence. The morning arrived. That was enough. Still silent. Still there.
The lantern stayed lit when she left the harbor. It wasn't that kind of ending after all. She left the ticket folded on the bench there and let the sea wind come along the wall. She took the longer way back through the old town. The stones were cold beneath the lifting dark. She thought about the harbor and the evening, and what it means when silence leaves its mark. Not sad exactly, just not ready. Not sad exactly for the silence. Not yet. The lantern stayed lit before the city woke. The lantern stayed lit before the morning spoke. She left the ticket behind her on the bench beside the door. The lantern stayed lit and the silence stayed some more. Not sad exactly, just not ready. Not sad exactly for the silence. Not yet. The lantern stayed lit before the city woke. The lantern stayed lit before the morning spoke. She left the ticket behind her on the bench beside the door. The lantern stayed lit and the silence stayed some more. Lyktan förblev tänd när hon lämnade hamnen. Lyktan förblev tänd som om tiden stod stilla. Not sad exactly, just not ready. The lantern stayed lit. She left the silence behind. She didn't look back. The stones were cold. The morning had no color yet. The lantern stayed lit before the city woke. The lantern stayed lit before the morning spoke. She left the ticket behind her on the bench beside the door. The lantern stayed lit and the silence stayed some more. The ticket's still there on the bench. The cold's still there by the water. Nobody moved it, and the lantern stayed lit anyway. The stone's still cold. The morning still quiet. Something remains.
If I wrote a letter to Stockholm in 1983, I'd say the harbor kept me longer than I planned. I'd say the cold was real, and so was everything, and we were more alive than I'd understand.
If I wrote a letter to that quiet winter evening, I'd say I kept the silence all these years. I'd say I left the ticket on the bench there and walked out through the snow without the tears.
Some cities hold the people who remained
long after they moved on.
Some cities hold the people who remained
and keep their light going on.
Some cities hold the people who remain long after they are gone.
Some cities hold the people who remain
and keep the memory on.
Stockholm held us
long after we moved on.
The silence kept waiting
after the people
left.
Stockholm,
minns oss ännu.
Ljuset som aldrig slocknade.
Vissa städer glömmer aldrig.
La lumière qui restait
longtemps après notre départ,
pour rappeler ce qui fut.
Some cities hold the people who remain
long after they are gone.
Some cities hold the people who remain
and keep the memory on.
Stockholm held us
after we moved on,
The silence kept waiting
after the people
left.
The water is still there,
The morning remembers
the silence reflects
what we forgot.
Stockholm,
Still silent.
still there.